So we're back with a sit-down video for you where we want to talk about the 10
Count 'em.
Brazilian things that we cannot live without, or that we're gonna miss a lot once we're back to the US.
When our time here in Brazil finally comes to an end. Like, we fall in love with so much of Brazil. Every place you live, you know, there's something unique about it, and we've got a list of favorites that we're sort of excited to share.
And just so you know, these are things, the actual physical objects, food, whatever it is that we love about Brazil, because it goes without saying that obviously we're gonna miss the most our family and our friends.
Yeah, family, friends, and like all those beautiful Sunday lunches we would have with family here. It's something that we do all the time, and these would all top the list if that's how we made it. So,
of course.
So and those, you know, just take those as absolutes, as definites, and now this list is all like the fun stuff, the actual things that we're gonna miss so much.
The actual things, the tangible things.
The things, mostly.
So these are not in any particular order, and Ryan is gonna take over with the first one.
I will. The number one thing that we're gonna miss about Brazil is the coconut water. It is incredible here, guys, because it comes right from the beach, which is right down there, and it's so fresh. I mean, it's an actual coconut that they take a machete to. They machete this thing open in front of you. I've had some awesome experiences with it, and it's just so delicious. And it's not like the coconut water that makes it back to the States. We've drunk plenty of coconut water there, and it's close, but it's been pasteurized or it's been preserved, and it just doesn't taste the same. It's shipped. And here it's just so fresh and herbaceous and lively. It's wonderful.
So good. It's so good. And it's seasonal as well, because there's seasons that, you know, the coconuts are fresher and sweeter, and some other seasons they're a little bit older. It's just amazing to have the ability to literally walk out of our house and get a coconut out there. So it's
we don't do it enough, honestly. Like, we need to really double down on our coconut commitments.
I agree. And item number 2, Havaianas flip-flops. If you guys don't know Havaiana flip-flops, they are a Brazilian brand of flip-flops. They're the most comfortable flip-flops, in my opinion, in your opinion as well.
It's all I wear. Like, even back in the States, I despise socks and shoes. If I can wear flip-flops, I will.
Even in the winter, you will.
Winter long.
Flying. If we're flying, Ryan will fly with flip-flops. I mean, I don't know how we can do it.
No matter the season, too, because I just hate taking all that stuff off in security, so they're perfect for it.
And it's a Brazilian brand, and you can get it in the US as well, but it's so much cheaper here. So here, in average, you can buy a pair of Havaianas flip-flops for 24 reais, which is $8. In America, it's $24. So that is a big jump. Every time we come to Brazil when we didn't live here, we would buy a bunch
we would stock
and take
up.
back. We always take as gifts for friends and family, so
I'm sure we'll stock up before we finally go back to the States someday.
Our little bean already has a pair of it, so
don't worry about it.
It's awesome.
Item number 3 that we're gonna miss is paçoca.
You especially.
I especially going to miss it. It is this perfect Brazilian peanut candy. We've talked about it in the vlogs before. It's just sugar, salt, and peanuts. That's literally all it is.
3 ingredients.
And it's formed into like a little bar or a little cylinder, actually. And they package it in this great big container, and I have always got paçoca here in our pantry, and I love it. Like, it's my go-to like sweet treat if I need something. Everybody has a sweet tooth in Brazil. This is my guilty pleasure. I love it. There is nothing like it in the States, and I'll miss it terribly when it's gone.
I'll miss it too, but Ryan for sure will miss more than me. Item number 4, bikinis. Brazilian bikinis.
Very Priscilla specific topic here. I'm not so concerned about this myself.
I think there's a difference between American cuts for bikinis and Brazilian cuts, and I prefer the Brazilian cuts personally. I think it's just a little bit more, I don't know, it's just, they're cuter, they don't cover your bum so much. The American cut can cover your bum, your entire bum.
Brazilian's a little narrower.
Yeah, the Brazilian's a little narrower. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can just Google, Brazilian bikini shape, and you see that it's a little bit narrower, it's a little bit more comfortable to me, and it's something that I always, again, when we lived in America, every time I came to Brazil, I would buy like bikinis for like the next year. So I really like the quality, the shape, the fit of bikinis here. Of course, now that I'm pregnant, I don't fit in any of my bikinis anymore. It's fine, I'll fit in them once again in the future.
You can keep your bikinis. I just want some good old-fashioned American board shorts. That's
yeah, you don't like the Brazilian Speedo so much.
No, I don't. Number 5, I'm noticing I get all the food items here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but number 5 is Brazilian tapioca.
Yeah.
And this is totally different, guys, than American tapioca. When you think tapioca in the States, you think pudding usually that you eat. That's the flavor.
And you like that as well.
And I love that also,
right.
But it's totally different here. Brazilian tapioca is like a starch, a powder, and you can sort of press it together and you can fry it, and it turns into this little tapioca taco.
Yeah.
And inside it can be sweet or savory. We have it for breakfast a lot here with Brazilian cheese and ham, sometimes fresh coconut inside, or with goiabada, which could have made the list also. With guava paste as well, different jams. So tapioca is delicious and versatile, and it's got this awesome chewy texture. Try it if you come to Brazil, because honestly, like even more than some of the other items on this list, there's nothing like it in the States.
And it's also quite healthy, actually. Yeah. Tapioca is the kind of food that you can have if you are gluten intolerant, for example, because it's completely gluten-free, and it makes a delicious pancake, taco shell kind of item that you can have for breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, you name it.
Exactly. All times of day. They're all good times for tapioca.
They're good. Item number 6, for me in particular, is Protex soap. Okay, don't laugh at me. We just talked about it in our last vlog.
Video. Check it out right there if you haven't seen it. There's us buying Protex soap at Sam's Club.
Protex is a Brazilian brand of soap. At least I think it's Brazilian. And please,
pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Let me know if I'm right or not here. But you can find here in Brazil everywhere. Yeah. And I just love the scent. In particular of the orange Protex. Orange colored one. And not that it's like orange
Which
scent.
is like Dial, guys. I'll tell you, like, if you've tried American soaps, when Priscilla showed this to me for the first time, I was like, oh, that's a lot like Dial, but it is the smell of her childhood.
Yeah.
And she loves it.
But it smells very different than Dial.
Do you? I noticed the similarity at least.
I do.
No?
I think that Protex is Protex, and it's Protex, and nothing's like Protex. So every time my mom comes to visit us in America, I ask her to bring a bunch, and she does. So.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. Item number 7, Brazilian tropical fruits, guys.
Yeah.
They're phenomenal here. And here's specifically why I will miss them, because it's such a part of our breakfast routine, having this tropical fruit.
Every day.
Literally every single day we wake up, and whatever the rest of breakfast is, it always starts out with either papaya or with these beautiful fresh yellow melons, some fresh pineapple also. And when I mean fresh, I mean like fresher than you've ever had it. The fruit here is so like beautifully aromatic. It's sweeter than anything you've ever tried, and we'll miss it a lot. It's such a nice, healthy way to start the day, and I love American fruit. I love all of like the northern berries and all of that we can get, but it's not quite the same as slicing into some papaya to start the day.
Absolutely, and I'll miss passion fruit as well.
That's a good one.
It's my favorite juice. Passion fruit juice is my favorite juice of all time. Although right now in this stage of pregnancy it's giving me a lot of heartburn, so I'm avoiding it. But as soon as little bean is born, you better believe that I'll be drinking a lot of passion fruit juice.
Yeah, I love it. It's so delicious.
People say that it has calming properties actually. So so passion fruit juice, if you need to sleep, if you need to calm down.
I did not know.
Item number 8 that we're really going to miss is my family's beach house. My family has a little beach house outside of Recife. It's just a 2-hour drive south in a beach called Tamandaré. And we love going there.
Yeah, it's a very modest little place, but it is so perfect because you can hear the waves. You can hear the waves just lapping at the sand, lapping at the beachfront right outside it. It's so beautiful.
It's literally on the beach. So you walk outside of the door and you're on the beach, on the sand. And we have also a boat that we use a lot, and we had some of our best times here in Brazil. In that beach house.
Yeah, it's my favorite place, Tamandaré. It's just like Priscilla says, it's a short drive away, but it feels like you are worlds away from the big city here, because we do live in a pretty big city here in Recife, so it's nice to get down there. And it's just, when I think of Brazil, and I think like when we get back to the States someday, when I remember our time here, I'll remember so many special times at that little beach house.
Yeah, definitely.
So guys, number 9, and this is a pretty good segue, I think, coming off the beach house. We're gonna miss the view here in Brazil, and I know this is a little less tangible than some of the other items, but it's just the truth, and I'm gonna miss it so much. Every day we wake up here and we look out our front window, and it is just the pool and the beach and horizon. So special, and I realize it. I love watching the moonrise out over the ocean. It's something I had never. Yeah, I always will call Priscilla because it rises, you know, just like the sun. It's this big, beautiful ball of orange out there, and I've never had this kind of a view before in my life. I don't think that I ever will again, who knows, but we'll always be able to come back here someday and see it. But I think that it's so special to have this in our lives. You know, the breeze coming through that window, really special.
Yeah, and I love that Ryan loves it, because I grew up here. I grew up in this place, in this apartment, and you know, to me, it's so second nature to look at the view, and sometimes I take for granted because it's just reality for me, or it's just a normal, you know, daily routine for me. And you always call me over, it's like, oh, look at the moon, look at the sunrise, or not the sunrise, you don't wake up
not
for
the sunrise very often.
Look at the sunset.
I've seen one though, and it was phenomenal.
Well, you know, but he called me over to show me something special, and I'm like, oh, that is true, it's really cool. So good.
Yeah, we're taking advantage, guys.
And the 10th and last item is one of our favorites. It is Brazilian barbecue. Oh, we're gonna miss that so much. And we know that we can get it in America. A lot of cities have barbecue restaurants, Brazilian barbecue restaurants that you can go to. But I don't think it's the same. Do you? What do you think?
I mean, it's so cheap here.
Cheap.
It's so cheap by comparison to what you can get back in the States. And
the cuts are different.
You're here. The cuts are a little bit different. It's legit. It tastes so good. There's this restaurant called Ponteio that we go to.
Our favorite.
It's our favorite restaurant here. I will miss it desperately, and it's just. I don't know. I love the whole system. I love the dessert cart they roll out. But it's all about the meat. You go for the meat.
Yeah, and we're gonna miss it a lot because it's the cheapest price that you can pay for really high quality meat.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be
quality is like to the moon.
We always say, like, if people come and visit us here in Brazil, the first place that we'll take them from the airport is like to the Ponteio restaurant, right? It's like, here, welcome to Brazil.
And they're gonna be like, I love this place.
Yeah, we actually vlogged there as well, so you guys can check it out right here.
Yeah, so delicious.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. 10 items. I think that, you know, they're in no particular order. We could have made another list of 10 also. And obviously there's a lot of food on there, but those are some of the most like distinct things about the place. So I think that makes a lot of sense too.
I agree. Those are definitely things, tangible things that we're gonna miss about Brazil one day when we move out of here with our little bean. But thankfully, you know, I'm Brazilian, so my family's here. We'll always be able to come back and enjoy all these things.
Exactly. So thank you guys for watching the video today. If you enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up and leave us a comment down below. Let us know what we forgot. Let us know what should have been on our list of 10 things that we miss about Brazil. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you back in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.